that there were severe storms headed basically east and along Bent County, Kiowa County line. It actually was starting with Otero County, northern Otero, southern Crowley, and they were talking heavy hail up to baseball size and up to 70-mile-per-hour winds. Mm-hmm. And at Blue Lakes, there aren't many places to go hide, and and there's a lot of adobe clay in those roads, so it's long been kind of a practice, if we can, when we got something major coming in like that, to let people camping up there know, so that they can do what they can to take shelter, get out of there, whatever. Mm-hmm. So I headed up there, and fortunately, we have a camp host up there, and Jordan the Priest, who's our officer who actually covers that area, had called him, and many of the people knew and were already taking preparation. So he made a big difference for their safety. Mm-hmm. And so I made sure that people were notified, and then the plan was get out of there and get to safety myself. Well, with the storm coming in and it starting to rain, I decided to take the Haswell Road instead of County Road 10 because I wasn't going to have slick adobe clay, all of those things. And I headed down the Haswell Road, and as I was afraid would happen, and it's happened before on these kinds of things, started getting the heavy wind, heavy rain, and hail. And then in the middle of all this, I suddenly see debris circulating right off the right front of my truck, and realized I had a tornado. And don't know if it's what I should have done normally, but I stopped the truck as quickly as I could. And the back window blew out of the truck. I had debris on all sides. I was laying down, but took a glance over the back end and could see swirling past the tailgate and swirling past the hood. And it had stuff blowing through the truck. And I don't know how long this lasted. It felt like quite a while, but I'm sure it was only a few seconds.
Sure. Yeah.
And felt a bump, and a little bit after that, I still had stuff blowing in through the back glass, but looked up around, and the truck was not pointed the same direction it had been. It had moved probably 120 degrees.
Wow. So you had to have been like, I was in the twister. I was inside that tornado at that moment. Did it come to your realization, or were you just responding off adrenaline?
I figured out I was in it before that happened. When I could see it blowing on all sides of the truck, I knew I was in it. And, the thought occurred to me that they tell you that you shouldn't ride one out in a vehicle, but it was a little late at that point. Getting out would have been a worse choice than staying in. Also, when I realized where I was sitting, I also realized that there were power lines just beyond the south side of the truck. Power lines were down, and had stuff blowing in. Called Bent County Dispatch, told them about the down power lines, told them that I could not stay there because of being hit by the tornado and everything blowing into the truck, and I needed to get my truck or get myself to safety. At that point, wasn't sure how well the truck was going to run. The windshield wipers were actually, you know how you can fold them up to wash the windshield? They were both up off of the windshield, but when I got out of hail, I was able to put them down, and they work fine.
Okay.
But
wow, that's crazy.
I mean, it was just one of those weird things. It's but I did get out of there, and fortunately going north, I didn't have the stuff blowing into the truck. It's my understanding the fire department and sheriff's department did respond, on the Haswell Road. Don't know exactly where this happened. Actually, they could probably tell you from the power lines being down. I know it wasn't far south of the Kiowa County line, but I couldn't tell you how far south.